2K is expanding into all these different genres of music and all these game modes and having a lot of different brands.
And with the addition, Greg, of the play-in tournament, we're seeing more meaningful games here late in the season.
Yeah, we're seeing teams battle for position. conditioning more than ever. You have multiple teams trying to secure that 6th seed to avoid the play-in.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Adebayo is out there with Martin. Then there's Lowry. Then it's Butler. And it's Lamb in at shooting guard. Cunningham with it. Out to the right wing. Pass to Burks. Gets stolen by Lowry. Here's Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A powerful athlete who's still developing his skills. Adebayo has become a threat at the offensive end.
And Adebayo drops them both. It's been a little over a decade, Steve, since the Pistons last made real noise in the playoffs.
They've had a tough run of it lately, but rebuilding periods are never pretty, Kevin. They just need time to get back to contender status.
Count it.
Has a great combination of height and body frame. Bogdanović can keep up with the defenders physically.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I did speak with the Pistons head coach for a little while. They've had a difficult time in this matchup. They've lost both games so far this season. I asked him how he thought they could turn around. He said, we have to improve our defensive intensity, quicken our rotations. We can make things tough around the rim with our shot blockers, but we also have to close out on the perimeter. We'll see if they can flip the script tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Can't fault them for that, David. Thank you. Trying to take command of this game, Greg, using their defense as the catalyst.
Kevin, I love the approach. So many teams come in with an offensive mindset. These guys are flipping the script.
They look to get stops, but they also look to create some turnovers, which can lead to easy runouts.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
You don't always have to force your way to the rim. That time, Jimmy takes what the defense allows.
Now, here's Cunningham. Last game he had 34 points. And Burks now atop the key. 6 on the shot clock. Fade kicks to Stewart. Cunningham for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lowry has the open look. And the Heat, another 3.
When Kyle gets dialed in at the arc, he is dangerous. Defense needs to tighten up the perimeter.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
A rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Good.
In traffic, Bogdanović protects the ball with his body and uses change of pace to keep defenders at bay.
Kicks it out to MP. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Burks against MP. Burks the pass to Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
Powerful jam by Cunningham, letting everyone know he can get physical.
Here's Butler. No good on that one. And Detroit the other way now. Burks looking around. Lowry against Cunningham. To the wing right side. Now here's Bay. He's covered closely.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And a wide open look for MP. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanović touched it last. Now, MP, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. to the inside and finished off by Martin.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Now the pass to Bay. Back to Cunningham. Inside, Burks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
And Burks hits 2 free throws. And Zulawi will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Kicks it out to MP. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. MP's got his second basket of the night. Pistons trailed by 5.
And Smitty, no doubt the veteran Kyle Lowry certainly possesses a lot of that wisdom at this stage of his career.
Greg, he's one of those guys that his teammates respect. A proven champion that plays with toughness and intelligence, and a big part of this team.
Here's Butler, following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Kicks it out to MP. Good, and Butler gets the assist. 9 points for MP.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Cunningham passes to Bogdanovich. Back to Cunningham. Bay against Butler. Now here's Bay. He's guarded closely. 4 on the shot clock. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Heat leading by 6. Here's Lamb, and the dunk by MP.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Pass to Bogdanovich. A three-pointer, no good. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Butler with the ball, and Burks picks him up defensively. Adebayo kicks to Butler. From the line, and it's Miami with another.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now here's Cunningham. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Passes it to Bay. Works for 3. Tipped away.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's MP for 3. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Bam Adebayo has been fairly solid from the line throughout his career.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Miami.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Now here's Diallo. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
MP against Cunningham. Here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists in the game. Pistons trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Cunningham inside. Covered by MP.
With a strong sense of timing and awareness, Bam sent that shot away.
Oladipo, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Bagley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We talk about players. Steve, we talk about coaches and GMs, but not too much about owners and their effect on the game and the organization.
Kevin, the owners for me are A1. It starts from the top. They're the ones who hire the team president, GMs, and coaches. And certainly, there's some teams who have some great owners.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Hayes the pass to Bogdanovich. Noel with it. Pistons passing it around. The pass to Bogdanovich. And Adebayo sends it back. And they get it back. A shot's good from Hayes.
The effort from Hayes doesn't go unrewarded. Able to find himself a look in the mid-range.
The drive by MP. And the rejection by Noel. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
We talk a lot about shot selection, and we saw why. You want to avoid empty possessions.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Martin. Lowry out there with MP. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Mavericks got the job done. He scored 41 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. The stat line was filled, and the whole league was talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
Butler, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And winning has become more consistent in Miami than ever. Jimmy Butler was acquired, made it all the way to the finals in his first year, and have steadily won games each season.
And with the Heat, GA, they've been a consistent force in the Eastern Conference.
Kevin, lots of talent up and down that roster, from stars like Butler and all the way down to the role players. This is just a solid team.
Now, here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Stewart kicks to Bay. Cunningham against Lowry. Burks in the corner. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Burks has got 5 points so far.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Butler passes to Martin. Over Stewart. That one off the back iron and out. Pistons trailed by 14. It's tipped and stolen by MP. Hangs. He takes it up and lays it in. He's got 13.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bay passes to Cunningham. To the paint. Fades. And the rebound goes to Martin.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Lowry passes to Lamb. Outside for Lowry. And here is MP. 13 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his first 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Cunningham passes to Burks. And Lowry has it in the corner. Cunningham with some nice D.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Steps back and fires. Connects. The jumper drops. Cunningham's got 8 points.
Aggressive shot from Cunningham inside, getting to that point-blank shot.
Lowry kicks to MP. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got his 5th rebound in this one. Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Bay. To the middle. Here's Burks. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Burks has got 5 points now this quarter.
Quality pass from Sadiq Bey, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for it.
Here's Butler. And a deep 3 from MP. Good, and Butler gets the assist. 16 points for him.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Passes it to Burks. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Bay. Cunningham on the wing. Over Lowry. Again, the Pistons score.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Kicks it out to MP. And the Heat, another 3.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Now, here's Cunningham. 10 points for him. Stewart against Martin. Cunningham inside. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Burks can't get it to go.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And Miami making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. For Miami, they've been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
The pass to Burks. Shot from 12, and yes, it's good. Burks has got 9.
Alec very comfortable shooting from mid-range. That's a shot he can get with his driving ability.
Here's Butler. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And the Heat lead by 21.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pass to Duren. Over to the wing. Bay, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Heat. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Burks with the steal. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Noel's checked in for Detroit. Heroes checked in for Miami. Bay passes to Burks. Back to Bay.
Screen.
Kicks it to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Hero. Detroit, no good that time either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 8 now on the night. Cunningham passes to Bay. Pass to Burks. Right wing. Cunningham against MP. And he's able to get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick.
And so it's Miami having... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback.
For this team in the first half, he was getting every
Teammates involved, good things happen at the offensive end.
You've got Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Cunningham in at the point guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Lowry against Cunningham. Stewart trying to get open, and no good. Now the Heat take it the other way.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And for the Pistons, their shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Here's Burks. Hits the close-range jumper. Burks has got 11.
The handles of Burks really set him apart at 6'6". He's got some moves off the bounce.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Bey against Butler. Back to Burks. Launches it. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Butler. And he lays it straight in. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
You love how fearless Butler can be, charging through contact to get his shot.
Burks dishes to Cunningham. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And like a lot of top picks, Cade Cunningham had to deal with some adversity in his rookie season.
Greg, he had been part of winning teams for his entire life. He was introduced to just how competitive the NBA is, but he says it's only sharpened his focus.
Down low. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Butler. And that's now 21 points for MP. Pass to Burks. Back to Cunningham. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stewart finds Bey. The tray. Detroit getting another chance here. And good that time. Stewart's got his second bucket.
Nice play by Stewart. The man wins with effort.
Here's Lowry. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
You look at the current stars in the league, Steve, and team compositions, it seems like the big man is truly back. Is it because he can do more things than just play down low?
Definitely, Kevin. They can dominate with their size, with rebounding and manning the paint offensively and defensively. But then now you have guys that can get out, start the break, finish the break, and knock down threes.
For Miami, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. He kicks to MP. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 4th assist in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Butler against Bey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And catch and release, not just about fishing. Sadiq Bey last season with the 4th most catch and shoot triples made in the NBA.
Greg, you were talking about how Bey is always in motion. He's always working so well off the ball, isn't he?
He is, Kevin. One of the league leaders in ground covered over the course of the season. And with all his minutes played, you know he's in tip-top shape.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Lowry lays it up off the glass. Lowry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Crafty play from Kyle Lowry in the paint, getting by the defense into his shot.
The pass to Bey. Dishes it to Cunningham. Bey against Butler. Burks for 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. MP, no good. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Look at Bogdanovich getting physical. Works hard to get the shot off and the foul.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's MP. 24 points for him. And he drives in, and MP throws it down.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Cunningham kicks to Bogdanovich. Butler against Bay. Pass to Stewart. Nice move. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. The shot missing. Great D that time from Adebayo. To the paint. Here's Lamb. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 7 rebounds in the game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David, that's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you. Stewart trying to get open. And Cunningham with the slam.
I know Cunningham is enjoying himself right now. He's playing hard and finding plenty of shots.
Here's Lamb, and MP throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. They get it again. Cunningham outside. Trains it from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Butler kicks to Lowry. He's looking for MP and finds him. Detroit's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Bay against Adebayo. Cunningham inside. Over Lowry. They get it back. Stewart. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
Tenacious play from Stewart inside, putting up the shot all while being fouled.
So for the Pistons, Duran comes in for Bogdanovich, and Diallo subbed in for Alec Burks. And then for Miami, Yurtseven's checked in for Adebayo.
Ooh, love it, love it.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Bay against Butler. Jacks up a 3. Bay, no good. Miami controlling the game. MP passes to Hero. Lays it up and banks it in. Hero's got 8.
A focused individual. Hero's not going to let a little contact affect his shot.
Back to Cunningham. Hits it from three-point range.
Here we go, his second made from beyond the arc in the second half after having no such luck in the first.
Now, here's MP. 30 points in the game. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Passes it to Diallo. Shot from 12. Cunningham gets the bucket. That's now 22 points for Cade Cunningham.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
MP finds Hero. Back to MP. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. MP's got 13 points in the second half. Cunningham passes to Bay. Here's Diallo. Pistons passing it around. Bay against Butler. Goes up on the high post, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 5 points in the game.
Still coming into his own. Saddiq Bey showing he can hit it from mid-range.
MP passes to Yurtseven.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Duren. Now here's Bay. Cunningham outside. Here's Diallo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Back to MP. Great pass to set up the lay-in. MP's got 34.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Cunningham kicks to Diallo. And there's the pass to Bay. Back to Diallo. Now here's Bay, defended by Butler. Pass to Stewart. Just 5 to shoot. Off with the layup. And Miami shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. And the dunk by MP.
Some shooters get tunnel vision, but Tyler, keeping his eyes up and his options open, delivers a great pass.
Hero against Diallo. Here's Cunningham. The offensive rebound. Duren. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
MP against Cunningham. Passes to Hero. The feed to MP. And MP throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
And Duren slams it in.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter, aggressive move inside.
Here's Lamb, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Noel's checked in for Duren. Marvin Bagley comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Hayes subbed in for Cade Cunningham. And the basket by MP.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And, well, Detroit shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Hayes dishes to Bagley. Now here's Hayes. Covered by MP. And Hayes throws it down.
Smart play call from Hayes. He does a good job moving the pieces on the floor to get himself a look.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. MP finds Dedmon. Drops in the layup for 2. Dedmon's got his second bucket tonight.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Pistons shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Different look here for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Noel. Bogdanovich comes in for Saddiq Bey. Alec Burks checked in for Diallo. And it's Cunningham in for Hayes. And then for Miami, Yurtseven's checked in for Butler. Keita Bates-Diop comes in for Oladipo. And MP subbed in for Tyler Hero. So with Lowry on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Yurtseven. Then it's MP. Then it's Vincent. And it's Bates-Diop in at the small forward.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Bogdanovich with it. Back to Burks. Another shot. Good defense by MP.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Maybe the term postseason should cover both the play-in and the playoff. Something to think about.
Stewart misses. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. MP looking around. Good on the shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Back to Joseph. Beyond the arc. Vincent with the rebound. The Heat have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. A baseline J. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Joseph, the pass to Bertans. Back to Joseph. Good, nice job down low. Joseph's got his first 2 points of the night.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Pass to Bates-Diop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Steve, we know lots of front offices build teams purely around player skills and statistical lines. So that being said, just how important is chemistry on the court and that cohesion?
It's a must. You can achieve a lot with chemistry. Building a beautiful culture, those are the teams that win championships.
Now Hayes, always going up for the alley-oop here. Shot by Joseph, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here is Duren. And the pass to Bertans. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. Duren, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for MP.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Magruder passes to Bertans. Here's Hayes. Over Vincent. The shot's good from Hayes.
Just so crafty. Killian Hayes is difficult to stay with when he's looking to create for himself.
Here's Lamb, and he drops in the layup off the glass. MP's got 46 points.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
To the left side wing. Now, here's Bertans. Defense is right there. Joseph down low. He's defended by Yurtseven.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And also a lot of skill. This is exactly the type of thing you practice for over and over again.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the media is able to vote on awards like All-Rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. Here's Duren. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Vincent, covered by Hayes. The three from MP. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. The second chance effort, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And, well, Detroit shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Heat.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first two games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
No good on the free throw. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Miami controlling the game. Here's Lamb. Joseph with the rebound. And here's Detroit. Here's Hayes. No good on that one. Here's Vincent to the middle. MP outside. They get the rebound. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
See the fish on Play-Doh, man. Hey.
And both teams coming to this game on a winning streak, which only adds to the intrigue of this matchup, Grant.
Yeah, both teams definitely on a hot streak, B.A. Both squads have a little extra motivation, of course, to win this game. They want to keep it rolling. Should make it even more competitive.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. We've got Kyle Lowry, Butler out there with Caleb Martin. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's MP in at the shooting guard position. Counted from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Now Harris. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Maxey against MP. Martin. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. When you think of the 76ers, Richard, they've had so many Hall of Fame players.
Allen Iverson sticks out to me. Growing up, I loved watching AI play. And then when I entered into the league, I was competing against him. If you grew up in the 90s or 2000, AI was the guy that just kind of changed everything for you.
Here's Harden. Last game out, he had 38 points. About a minute played here so far in the first. Timeout called, the 76ers. Coming into this, having knots to win against Boston in their last game.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
Pass to Maxey. Puts up a three. The Sixers again can't hit. And it's Miami's ball. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
Look how explosive Bam can be. Defenses can't do anything to stop him on the alley-oop.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
The 76ers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Pass to Maxey. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Harden's shot is good.
Great shooting reflexes from Harden, able to put his shot up right off that pass.
And it's Miami's ball. It's a three-point game. Kicks it out to MP from outside the arc. And the Heat, another three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Count that one.
Look, inside, Embiid just has all the tools for success. The height, the power, and more importantly, the tenacity.
Now here's Lowry. 8 points in his last timeout. MP shot is off.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Harris against Butler. Harris passes to Embiid. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Maxey, that's good.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Lowry, the pass to MP. Back to Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Butler. Again, the Heat misses.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Harden against Adebayo. Out left to the wing. Here's Maxey. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Lowry. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
Incredible control there from Lowry. Superb at keeping his composure even when things get physical.
Outside Harden. Pass to Harris. Rebound by the Heat.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Maxey. Good D by Adebayo.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And finished off by Adebayo.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Now here's Harden. Impressive scoring stats with around 27 points a game. And that one drops.
Fooled the D that time. Harden with the soft touch, okay.
And Harden, a former league MVP, 3-time scoring champ. Grant, the only thing he's missing is a title.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, it would only help cement his legacy. For years, he'd carry his team only to run out of gas in the playoffs. But postseason success counts for a lot when it's all said and done.
Now here's Tucker. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Lowry against Harden. Outside Maxey. Shot is up. The shot comes out, and the Heat going the other way now.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
A nice shot by MP.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Sixers trailing. Outside Harden. Outside Maxey. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Don't you forget, Harden's won an assist title now. This man can pass that rock.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
MP no good.
Normally he drains that.
Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Harden against Martin. Here's Tucker. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing? And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Pass to Tucker to the left side wing. MP against Maxey. The shot misses. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. Outside Butler. MP outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And we're in the home stretch of the season. For teams looking for a ring, Grant, what's important right now?
Well, at this point of the year, for those teams that seriously have a chance to win it all, it's all about health. You got to get everyone across the finish line healthy and fresh, and of course, injury-free. And after that, it's all about the little things.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Victor Oladipo.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And Melton drops them both. Miami has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. MP against Melton with a 9-footer. And he hits the jumper for 2.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Well, Harold should take this any chance he gets. He can consistently punish you inside.
Milton against MP. And stolen by Harrell. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. The Heat with the lead. On the wing, MP. Covered by Milton. And here's MP from outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
A nice shot by Milton.
Assisted basket. Coaches just love those, so credit Harris for the pass.
Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. Milton with it. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Harrell finds Milton. Inside. Here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
That body control, baby. Harris smashing through it.
Milton against MP. The shot. Here's your 7. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB physical. Get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And it's Miami's ball. From deep, MP. And it's Harris with the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Melton against Hero. Here's Thibault. It's rebounded by Dedmon. Well, Miami shooting at around 59%. Their offense is clicking right now. On the wing, MP. Covered by Thibault. Such a wide open look. And now a 3-point Heat lead.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Pass to Melton. Thibault on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's MP. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. So he'll take 2 free throws.
The debate about Shake Milton's true position is still going on.
Thibault outside at 3 with Tucker at power forward. Tyrese Maxey is out there with James Harden. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And Adebayo, the bucket, on the assist by Embiid. Adebayo's got 6.
Give Adebayo all the credit. The D was there, but he was just determined to score.
Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Pistons had a huge game. He dropped 48 points, and his passing was the story of that one, creating for others. He was focused, very productive. The team leaned on him all night. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Now here's Lowry. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Thibault. Here's Maxey. No good. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
You got to really hit Butler if you want to stop him. I mean, he's tough as nails and enjoys fighting through contact.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Heat? That's good from Butler.
Well, the great ones make their mark in the playoffs, and Jimmy Butler has certainly done that. some Herculean performances when the chips were down.
Now here's Maxey. He's coming off a 25-point game against Boston. Back to Harden. Thibault against Butler. Up top, Thibault over Butler. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And granted, last year's playoffs, Jimmy Butler became the first player since Jordan to author multiple 40-point, 4-steal games in a single series.
And in 2020, the third player ever to record a 40-point triple-double in the finals. I mean, just legendary stuff. And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Philadelphia has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Harden, the pass to Embiid. Thibault with it. Over Butler. Oh, no good! Unable to end this run.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Pass to MP. The 3-ball. And again, Miami with a triple.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And Philadelphia calls time here. And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, B.A., it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
Now here's Thibault. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. MP finds Butler. It's Adebayo, high post. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Well, the NBA has gotten tougher on flagrant fouls, but you see instances where guys get hurt. They miss a lot of time, and yet there's only a 1-game penalty for the fouler. Something to look at, you think, RJ, or no?
Well, if the flagrant results in games missed due to injury, then maybe the fouler should miss more games. The only problem with that is you can see players starting to embellish on their injury in order to make sure that other people get suspended. And that's how petty our league is. No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here's Lowry. And Adebayo slams it in.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Maxey. Outside Thibault. MP against Maxey. Shot clock at 6. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Miami with the ball. They're on a 20-5 run. And here's MP. Give him 20. Pass to Martin. Over Tucker. No good. A bit long that time.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Now Thibault launches a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. MP, the pass to Martin. Outside Thibault. Pass to Tucker. Back to Thibault. Outside Tucker. On the wing, Harden. Up and over Lowry. Nice shot by Harden. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's MP. He's off on the layup. Philadelphia has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. To the inside. Here's Maxey. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Miami has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Outside Butler. Pass to MP. Down low. Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
Maxey with it. It's stolen by MP. And here we go. The Heat fast break. Up ahead. Butler finds Adebayo. Good. And Butler gets the assist. Adebayo's got 15.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Harden. 7 points in the game. From the arc. No good on the shot. And Miami the other way now.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
A nice shot by MP.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Maxey. Takes one from 10 feet. Embiid. Got it. Good job in the low post. Embiid's gotten 4 this quarter.
Defense always had their eyes on him, and then he gives it away. Classic misdirection.
To the paint. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can call up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And he comes up with a bucket. 17 points in the game.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Harden against Lowry. Here's Maxey. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Hammering the offensive glass. Embiid putting that big size to use.
Pass to MP. Now here's Martin. Back to MP. 4-3. And the Heat, another 3.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
Knocked away. It's stolen by MP. And here's Lowry. Outside Butler. Over to the wing. Embiid against Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. MP, the pass to Adebayo. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 7 tonight. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
That's what lackluster defense will get you. You deserve to get dunked on with that type of effort.
Miami calls timeout. You know, only 2 players have won both MVP and 6th Man of the Year honors. Bill Walton and James Harden.
What's interesting is that they won 6th Man of the Year at very different stages. Harden was 22 and still growing as a player, while Walton was 33 at the tail end of his career for the Celtics.
The Heat making a switch here. Yurt Evans checked in for Bam Adebayo. Deadman comes in for Martin. Victor Oladipo's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero in for Lowry. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, No, I'm Glenn." But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million. Guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. Now here's MP. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And now the Sixers on the break. Here's Melton. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Hero.
Risky strategy here. I mean, shifting their offense more to the outside. We'll see.
Shots blocked. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Milton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
The first. And so it's the Miami Heat with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Defense is setting the tone. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Miami has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And let's take a look at Miami. Kyle Lowry out there with MP. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Martin in at power forward. Now here's Martin. Right wing. Clock at 6. Lowry against Harden. Lowry, good. Lowry's got his second basket on the night.
And this is why Lowry excels in the modern game. In the pick and roll, Kyle can beat you either way.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, that's a little icing on the cake right there. Putting on a show while they enjoy a big second half lead.
And it's Maxey missing.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Here's Martin. That shot is off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Maxey passes to Harris. Pass to Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Embiid's got 16 points.
No slowing Embiid down. He powers right past the contact.
Outside Butler. Oh, there's the alley.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. This Sixers squad is struggling. Pass to Maxey. Back to Harden. Now Maxey. Over MP. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Embiid from outside. Here's Tucker. Buries it down low. He's got 5.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Outside Butler. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. To the right side. Maxey finds Harris. To the middle. Here's Tucker. And the first one at the line is good. It's both from the stripe. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to MP. To the inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
To the wing, right side. Harris outside. Back to Tucker. Fades. Rebound by the Heat.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
Ha, it doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And Philadelphia has possession after the basket by Miami. Pass to Embiid. Here's Harden. And it's in there. Harden's got 9.
figuring out ways to score. That is James Harden's specialty. The beard can hurt you inside and out.
Lowry with it, defended by Harden. Lowry against Harden. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Pass to Adebayo. There's the triple. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Embiid with it. Fader on the way. And it's Miami with a rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now. Butler passes to MP. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Joel Embiid.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Strus, he's checked in for Martin. And both free throws good for MP. The 76ers shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Pass to Harris. Inside, Embiid. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami? The free throw drops for Embiid.
What more is there to say about how much Embiid means to his team and this city? After being hurt his first 2 years, he's been worth the wait.
Now here's MP. That's 29 for him. And finished off by Adebayo.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Outside Maxey. Butler against Tucker. Poke loose. It's stolen by MP. Fast break Miami. He goes up. And MP throws it down hard.
A tremendous facilitator out of the wing. Butler finding the uncovered man.
And what a drive that was. Replay courtesy of Mobile One.
Oh, big time drive and finish. Showing a little artistry on that take. I could watch moves like that all day. He makes the D look silly. What an incredible move.
Man, how about that finish right there? Not too bad. And with Embiid, when he puts his foot on the gas, there's no stopping him.
A top scorer in the league since his inception. Not many centers who can stop this man. Uses so much power, almost unguardable.
And the 76ers with some changes. Harrell's checked in for Joel Embiid. Milton comes in for Tucker. And it's Melton in for Maxey. Tyler Hero's checked in for Miami. Pass to Harris. Melton against Hero. With a step back. It doesn't go for him. And Miami will go the other way with it.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Down low. Here's Adebayo. And that one's good. Adebayo's got 23.
And with a strong physical profile, Adebayo is willing to battle always on the interior.
Milton against Strus. That's tipped. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. Here's Harden. Up front, it's Tucker at the 4, next to Embiid in the middle. James Harden out there with Maxey. And it's Harris in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's MP. And he drives in. And MP throws it down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Harden. Following the bucket by the Heat. Pass to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Sixers need to pull one up here. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
In the mold of Shaq, Joel Embiid is physically just overwhelming. Plus, he's got some touch and skill.
Dedmon's checked in for Miami. Bates Diop comes in for Martin. Now here's MP. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. MP's got 10 points here in the second half.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Lowry against Harden. Back to Korkmaz. Here's the three. Rebounded by Butler.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
He buries it from three. MP's got 38 points.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Here's Harden. Here's Korkmaz. It's not going to go for him.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Here's Korkmaz. Man, there are a lot of insane records in the NBA history books. Which do you think are the most unbreakable, RJ?
Well, I've got 4 off the top of my head. The 100 points by Wilt. I think LeBron James' playoff scoring record, because a player is going to have to go to like 13 finals, and they're going to have to average 25 points a game in order to pass that. And then AC Green, he's got almost 1,200 consecutive games played. That's 15 straight seasons.
And I'd throw Stockton's assist record in there as well.
Yeah, no one's catching that because he didn't miss many games either.
The Heat have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. MP finds Butler. Soft touch off the glass.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Reed's checked in for Philadelphia. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
And he makes the first.
Let me say this. If you need it, he's got it. Harden does everything you want out of an offensive weapon.
And the 75 list came out last season, the top 75 players in NBA history. RJ, who do you think was the biggest snub?
Without a doubt, the biggest snub was Dwight Howard. When you see what Dwight Howard was and was able to do, and I understand if you want to look at the last 5-6 years of his career, but don't gloss over the first 10. He led a team to the NBA Finals, battling against the Lakers as the best player on the team, dominated the Eastern Conference, beat LeBron James, and we've seen how hard that is to do in the Eastern Conference. So, to me, he is one of the top 75 players of all time. During his time in college, George Niang made it to the NCAA tournament all 4 years and was a 2-time All-American who averaged 20 points a game as a senior.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
A title-winning point guard, Kyle Lowry, making the right choice there.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to Niang. Here's Korkmaz, covered by MP. Now here's Harden. Takes a three. Sinks it from distance. Harden's got 8 here in this quarter. And after spending time in the G League, Richard, Niang has carved out a nice role for himself here in the NBA.
Niang is a very reliable three-point shooter. He's a catch-and-shoot guy who's always ready with his hands, and he's got a quick trigger with that release.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Out to the wing. Here's House. Butler covering. Korkmaz, no good.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
MP. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Harden's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Korkmaz. And he gets it back. Now here's Lowry. MP outside. Well, we've seen coaches' challenges introduced to the NBA. I think they've been great. What's your take, RJ?
Well, the league does a really good job of working with the replay center in Secaucus, but there's one tweak. If you win your challenge, I feel like you should get a second one. That's just in my opinion.
Man, I agree 100%. Here's Niang. Korkmaz on the wing. Six to shoot. It's rebounded by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Now here's Harden. And he's going for the lob.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. MP right side. And the shot no good, a bit short. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. No good from outside.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
The reverse. And that comes off the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 8 assists here tonight.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Here's Niang. This one for 3. It's a 3-pointer. Niang's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
MP outside. From behind the arc. Knocks down the long J. MP's got 48.
Goodness, this man is ripping 3 after 3. An incredible display of shooting.
Pass to Korkmaz. To the left wing. And the NBA always tinkering with the rule book, Richard. Any rules you'd like to see changed? The Richard Jefferson effect?
No, well, a lot of people ask me about the 4-point shot, and I just tell them, do you see where Steph and Clay and Damian Lillard are shooting from now? Where are you going to put a 4-point shot? All we're going to do is reward those guys for a skill that they already have. And I think sometimes you also have to look at the impact that it will have on the game of basketball. If you just have kids trying to shoot these shots or trying to see where they can come from, then you have no idea what it will do to their skill impact. So I don't think that would be a good thing for the game of basketball. It looked like he was playing.
The coach is looking for some instant offense. Furkan Korkmaz is a good man to call on, Richard.
Yeah, he can provide a quick spark when they need one. When he gets it going from long range, opponents have to adjust their defense to deal with him.
The free throw drops for Oladipo. There's 49 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Harrell. Now here's Embiid, defended by Dedmon. Embiid misses. Now Oladipo. Here's Jovic, pounded by Harris. MP outside. Let's go with a 3. Oh, another one falls. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Melton against MP. Lets it go. And another miss by Philadelphia. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Great perimeter defense in this win tonight. How did you guys manage to shut them down?
Man, sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands. I feel like that's what the team needed, was a spark. So I tried to create one by locking down my man and forcing some turnovers.
So do you see yourself as the guy who needs to provide a spark?
I mean, come on, John. That's why they drafted me, right? I mean, listen, there's guys in this league who can shoot. Maybe
NBA 2K fits into my life pretty seamless.
Honestly, it's kind of a good thing because when I'm at home making beats.
This last chunk of the season could be it for some of the aging stars in the league, which, Brent, is kind of tough to watch. Going back to personal experiences, when did you know that it was time to retire?
Well, Kevin, you just know. It's really hard to describe, but my last year in Houston, the season finished up, and I just thought about what it is that I could do to still contribute to the team, and it really didn't live up to some of the standards that I had for myself. And so with a lot of deliberation, I felt like now was the time, and it's always a very difficult decision.
So here's Miami's starting group. Adebayo is the big man with Butler slotting in at the 4. Lowry out there with MP. And it's Oladipo in at the 3 slot. Here's Beal. That shot off the mark. Good defense by MP. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks. Earlier, I spoke with Stephen Silas. He told me defensively they have to stop dribble penetration, challenge the lobs at the basket, and generally make it difficult to get to the front of the rim. They don't want this to turn into a dunk fest because that will not end in their favor. Guys?
Thank you, David. So timeout called here, the first for Washington. And of course, one of the league's longest tenured coaches, GA, is Eric Spoelstra. And he's having a Hall of Fame level career.
And you look at the ground he broke when he was first hired, not only young, Spo was the first Asian-American head coach in any of the 4 major North American sports league and worked his way up from video coordinator.
Pass to Avdia. Morris against Lowry. 5 on the clock. Shoots. Washington gets it back. Morris. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, Porzingis now playing with passion, engaged on the offensive glass.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Outside, Porzingis. Over Adebayo. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Kuzma, right side. Porzingis trying to get free. And Kuzma with the basket on the assist by Morris.
And Kuzma not getting bothered. So skilled at capitalizing, even when guarded tight.
Butler passes to Lamb. There's the triple. Morris with the rebound.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Outside, Porzingis. Morris looking over the floor. Back to Porzingis. Here's Kuzma. Off target on the 15-footer.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Washington calls timeout. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Here's Porzingis. Gets a hand on it. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
That is a spectacular move. Over 7 feet tall, Porzingis handling things like a guard out there.
Here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist in this one. Morris dishes to Avdia. Back to Morris. Out to the right wing. Porzingis trying to get free. Kuzma, that's good.
Kuzma, rise and fire.
Morris against Lowry. Shoots over Beal. And another basket for Miami.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Morris against Lowry. Morris passes to Avdia. Beal dishes to Morris. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Butler. On the wing, MP. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Wizards trail by 7. Inside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I don't know who's going to get up for that as Porzingis skies for the dunk.
Lowry passes to Oladipo. Now Adebayo. MP outside. Back to Adebayo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adebayo's got 10 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way. And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
Now, here's Oladipo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Feeds it to MP. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
Morris, no good.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Adebayo with the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Morris outside. Now, here's Avdia. Guarded closely. Pass to Kuzma. Releases. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Kuzma's got his third basket of the night right there. Lowry passes to Oladipo. MP with it. He's covered by Beal. Beal against MP. Wants to get it to Butler and does. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now, here is Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
You know, over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
And another basket for Miami.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Morris passes to Barton. He kicks it to Davis. Morris against MP. 6 to shoot. The 11-footer. Morris with the bucket.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Well, Heat leading by 8. MP passes to Bates Diop. Count it, good.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
So it's Washington now, following the score by Miami. Barton outside. Wizards passing it around. Morris, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Lamb, and MP throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now here's Barton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet, and there it is for him.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
MP against Morris. MP kicks to Martin. Passes it to Lamb. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. With the teardrop, that one drops for him. Martin's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Washington. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. MP passes to Yurtseven. Up top, Hero. MP outside. To the inside, Bates Diop. Good, and the assist goes to MP. And the Heat lead by 10.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Three-pointer, Barton. Rebound by the Heat. MP finds Martin. Back to MP. driving to the basket. Rebounded by Gafford. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. Trailing by 10. Davis, the pass to Gafford. It's Barton on the wing. Over Martin. Offensive rebound. Here's Gafford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Wizards have gone 2. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. On the court for the Heat, the forwards are Oladipo and Butler. MP is out there with Lowry, and it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Wright. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Kuzma, right side. Top of the key, Beal. Clock at 4. Over MP. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Bradley Beal.
Just such a polished scorer. Bradley Beal getting to the interior.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the 76ers was superb. He contributed 51 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
Shots good from Butler.
Just a great show of Butler's upper body strength right there as he plays through the contact.
There's the pass to Avdia. Bounce pass from Wright. Pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Avdia. It's right on the wing. The 3 ball. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Morris is checked in for Washington. Miami leading by 10. Left side Lowry. And a wide open look for MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And now that's 11 points for MP. Morris kicks to Avdia. Pass to Porzingis. Over Adebayo. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Miami.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
And that one, good. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And it's Lowry penetrating. The 3 from MP. Rebound, Washington. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game. And that sticks with you a little bit.
Now Butler, following the miss by Denny Avdia from deep. The 3 from MP. Morris with the rebound.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Here's Lowry following the bucket by the Wizards. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And here are the Heat now. At one point, they led by 16. Here's MP with plenty of space. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11. Wizards trailed by 14. Outside, Beal. Back to Morris. Kuzma, right side. Wizards keeping it alive in a fresh 14-second shot clock. And he gets it to go. He's got 6.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
To the right side. Avdia still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes it to Porzingis. And that one is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Heat leading by 10. Lowry kicks to Oladipo. The pass to Lamb. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Butler against Morris. MP deciding where to go with it. This one for 3. No good that time. And it's Washington the other way. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
Now, here's Lowry following the miss by Porzingis. And the basket by MP.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Beal, the pass to Kuzma. Now, here's Avdia. Guarded by Oladipo. Beal from long range bangs home the trifecta. Beal's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And Bradley Beal coming for his revenge.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Well, back in 2017, Denny played professionally in his home country, representing Israeli basketball. He was a stud.
And some changes here for the Heat. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Hero subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Butler. He's got 11. Kicks it out to MP. Again, the miss by the Heat. And for Avdia, he managed, Brent, to rack up 3 consecutive Israeli League championships.
Yeah, he really was the go-to guy, and he became the youngest MVP in league history at the tender age of 19. So doing all of that before entering the 2020 draft had a lot of NBA teams intrigued that, look, this guy has played in big games and in big moments. Could he do that for us?
Well, when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford comes in for Porzingis. And it's Hachimura in for Avdia.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. A nice shot by MP.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, and my man is going for the jugular.
Now, here is Morris. His last outing, he had 8 points. And so it's Miami. They're... Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
Doing a great job of just setting guys up and demonstrating just how important ball movement can be.
Avdia in at the small forward with Kuzma at power forward. Morris and Beal are the guards. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here's Beal. And they'll get another chance. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Gotta love Porzingis cleaning up the glass with the instinctual rebound.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And with every season, Brent, it seems like the league gets more diverse and international. It certainly keeps the play interesting.
Well, the skill set of the younger players that come into the league is absolutely scintillating. And those different styles, those different techniques, that's the great thing about basketball, is that you can find something within each player that you'd like to steal or borrow, but it's unique to them. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, die-hard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Avdia. Back to Morris. It's Beal on the wing. The 15-footer. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Kuzma finds Beal. Nailed from three-point land. Beal's got 12 points in the game.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Back to Lowry. Heat moving the ball around. Beal against MP. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Shooting one.
It's on Porzingis.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now, here is Morris. 6 points for him. And it's Beal in the corner. Over MP. That's good from Beal on the assist by Avdia. Beal's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defenses have to know that Bradley Beal is thinking score. This time he does it from the mid-range.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Heat lead by 19.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Back to Morris. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Kuzma finds Morris. Pass to Kuzma. Just 5 on the clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Beal can't get it to go. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Here's Lowry, and the layup is good. Lowry's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this lead.
Morris, no good. The Heat leading by 21. Trying to get open is Butler. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here's Avdia. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Kuzma. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
To the middle. And there's the pass to Lamb. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
Now, here is Morris. 6 points for him. Back to Beal. The three. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Oladipo outside. Adebayo kicks to MP. Driving in. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
For Miami, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Lamb. Off on the layup. Washington shooting in this game 45%. Kuzma left side. Outside Beal. On the wing, Morris. Porzingis trying to get free. The Wizards with another miss. Miami's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. MP, no good. Washington's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Pass to Beal. Outside, Porzingis. Beal against MP. Chalk up 2 there. Beal's got 7 points for the quarter.
Mixing it up just a little bit, Beal gets himself some room to work with using that screen.
GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring load, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
Oladipo, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Denny Avdia picks one up.
This is where Oladipo goes in and has no fear of drawing some contact. Nice job of getting through the defense.
And Miami shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. On the court for the Heat, Adebayo is the big man with Butler slotting in at the 4. Lowry out there with MP. And it's Oladipo in at the small forward position.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Kuzma passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And the coaching staff better alert their defense to Porzingis and how comfortable he is right now on offense.
MP outside. Misses the 3. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Washington. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
A little shiftiness there in Porzingis' game as he welcomed the contact and then converted on top of it.
Miami leading by 19 points. Oladipo outside. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Beal. MP outside. 4 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off, and that one drops.
And maybe that's why he's nicknamed Bam. Taking contact, bam, bam.
Pass to Avdia. Morris outside, passes it to Kuzma. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. But in particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
The drive by MP. Adebayo finds Butler. Here's Lowry. Here's Adebayo. Over Morris. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 5 here tonight. Wizards trail by 20. Outside, Beal. Now, here's Avdia. Guarded by Oladipo. It's stolen by Adebayo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Denny Avdia picks one up. Free throw good, MP. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Morris kicks to Beal. Now the pass to Kuzma. Now Avdia. Beal gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Pass to Adebayo. Back to MP. For 3. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Outside, Beal. Zingas high post. He dishes it to Avdia. Tries from 10. Shot, high post. Porzingis can't hit.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
MP outside. Pulls it from 20. And it's good off the back rim and in. MP's got 39.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Back to Beal. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Beal just taking it, all the contact, great momentum and balance on that play.
It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Avdia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis can't hit. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Beal. MP, no good.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Pass to Beal. Nice ball movement by Washington. Porzingis looking it over. The fadeaway. It's not going to go for him.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
The 3 from MP. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. MP's got 42 in the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Washington calls timeout. The NBA announced its 75th anniversary team last year, Brent, with a lot of fanfare attached to it. What'd you think of the list?
I thought the list was pretty good. You can always argue a few guys should have been on it, and it's probably a tough pill to swallow for current guys who have had tremendous careers to this point, guys who have played 8 or 9 years that didn't maybe make this particular list. I'll tell you this, Kevin, in 25 years, there'll be another list.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Carey's checked in. Gibson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kispert's checked in for Avdia. And it's DeLon Wright in for Monte Morris.
And this is what Beal is out there to do, just pour in points.
Kicks it out to MP. For the 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And perimeter
ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Outside Beal. Pass to Carey. Wright looking around. Launches a 3. Kispert, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The 3 from MP. Cans it from downtown. MP's got 48.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Carey. He's guarded by Haslett. Here's Beal. Trains it from 9 feet away. 25 points for Beal.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside Lowry. Back to MP. Dishes to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
Now, here's Kispert. Wright outside, over Lowry. And it's Wright missing. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Takes it inside.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples here of late.
There's the 3, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Inside, here's Carey, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And Beal continues to be that guy where he opened your eyes with his playmaking.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he makes the first. With social media and the cult celebrity, a lot of pitfalls for players. Brent, is the NBA doing a good job preparing them to face those very public challenges?
That's a really good question, Kevin. And I think what's interesting is to study players who've been in the NBA for a while that are embracing social media versus what you're seeing with younger players who have grown up with social media and how they handle that dynamic coming in. And I think, quite frankly, the younger players are a lot better at doing it than some of the older players.
And guys, you have to be impressed watching Davis play. Such a tenacious and confident young man.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Bates Diop, the pass to Jovic. MP with it. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, he played a seamless first half, but in the second half, some poor decisions right here. He continues to throw the ball away.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Back to Wright. Wizards passing it around. Kispert, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Vincent, guarded by Wright. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
And it's Kispert in the corner. Lets it go from 14. The dive for the ball. Rebound by the Heat. There's 1:40 left in the game. And here's MP for three. And another one.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And the foul called on MP. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down low, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
The pass to Barton from downtown, drops in the tray.
And that's some nice rotation on the ball there from Barton. Looks totally calm rising up for threes.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.